Well, hello. Welcome to Real Talk with Shannon. I don't know, maybe that's what I'll call it. So, you guys, I wanted to talk about bodybuilding on a budget without a gym and how I've done this for the past 2.5 years. I've lived in an RV since 2017, 2018. Dave and I used to log off grid, so wherever we were, that was my exercise routine. So, some places I'd live where there's massive mountains and I'd climb them, go back and forth and up and down. I would lift boulders. I used anything and everything in nature to work out, and it was kind of fun. But when he passed away, I had sort of accumulated a few things. So I had dumbbells or, barbells, the smaller ones. I had a couple of sets of those, very light. And I realized that if I'm going to be living in my van, I'm going to have to come up with a better plan of so that I could continue working out and not be discouraged because in a van you have no room. I mean, there's nowhere to do anything. So what I ended up doing was I started doing calisthenics. Calisthenics. I think it's calisthenics. And that's where you're using your body and your body's weight to lift and to hold yourself in place. So I ended up creating a whole bunch of different exercises that just isolate certain body parts. And I can do them up against like a counter, against a wall, just standing still, like in my living room here. And that has helped me tremendously to continue getting my body ready for whatever I'm going to be doing. If I'm going to do some sort of, posing or something like that, or even just to get stronger. Because as I get older, I realize that the more I work out, the more I want to work out. And it's working very well. It's keeping everything, from falling apart. Because I have torn my meniscus in my knees, and as a nurse, I've wrecked my ankles and my shoulders and everything. So I've had to rehab a lot. Like for years, I did lots of rehab. And I realized this calisthenics was a very soft, controlled way to work out specific body parts without, going too hard. And I've never had to pay for a gym membership. I do everything in my home or I take the dogs out. We do numerous walks. We'll go up in the bush. We'll do all sorts of things that are, kind of a cross training sort of thing instead of just, having to go to the gym every morning or whatever. I have set myself up though to make sure I do my workouts every evening, which I never used to do. I actually enjoy doing my workout at night and then I walk the dogs during the day. And I'm on a very strict and sort of specific diet. So, where I eat pretty much beef, eggs, butter, cream. I don't touch any poultry or fish or anything like that. And the main reason is because of inflammation. For myself, I had arthritis for a lot of years, and I actually stopped having arthritis when I changed my entire diet. So now I'm sticking to the diet. It works incredibly well. I'm about probably 2.5 years into eating a certain way, but I've lost 100 pounds over the course of about 3.5 years. And that was just will and determination to not be packing. I had 100 extra pounds on me. I didn't want to do that as I got older. I wanted to lose that weight and then gain all of this muscle because as we gain muscle, I mean, it's just positive all ways around. It's good for us. So anyway, that's my bodybuilding journey. I don't really have a specific, I'm not a bodybuilder, but I am building my body and changing it and trying to maintain good strength. I don't want to fall. I don't want to break a hip or any of that stuff. And as we age, things start to kind of deteriorate a little bit. So I would rather be stronger. And so, yeah, so that's just what I wanted to talk about today. And I don't know if any of you guys are doing some sort of cool routines or you want to add any comments at the bottom about what you're up to and whatever age you are. I think if we can adapt to how we live and, living with other people, you tend to either work together or you work completely separate because somebody works, at different hours and stuff. And so for myself, I had to make sure that I could work around Dave's hours. And now that I'm all alone, I can work out whenever I want. And it's kind of fantastic because when you don't want to do it, sometimes you just pull the stuff out and start doing it. It could be the middle of the bloody night sometimes, 2 a.m. You're up and you're thinking, I could just probably do some calisthenics because it's not hardcore, it doesn't hurt. And it doesn't, you don't have to get up and go to a gym and stuff like that. So, anyway, that's my routine. And I just wanted to share that with you because I don't know how other people work out, but I think I've missed 7 days in the past 2.5 years. I cannot miss a day of working out. I absolutely love it. It just makes everything better, makes me feel better, and it's making me look better because 100 pounds down is nothing to balk at. It's pretty wild to not have to carry that kind of extra weight around. But anyway, so that's my journey with bodybuilding, and I hope to pursue something maybe a little more going on stage and doing some posing, but there's a few things I don't really like about that too. I'm 6 feet tall. I'm not going in heels anytime soon. Anyways, so that is kind of all I want to talk about today was just the bodybuilding diet stuff. And, 6 minutes, that's long enough to hear me talk. Anyway, like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. Have a comment down at the bottom. I'd love to chit chat with any of you. And have a great evening or morning or whatever time it is. It's nighttime now. Time to wind down. The dog is snoring. I can hear him. Anyway, you guys have a great night and take care and God bless. Bye.